One thing that the music business shows you, they don't give a fuck about you if you're not smart. Can't figure it out, you dead in the water. And there's so many people, if you just rely, I look at it like if I'm just gonna rely on music business, then I'm not being realistic with myself. I'm not an A-list artist. I'm not in arenas 12 months of the year, every day of the year. So with that being said, I'm 50 now, but the first Juice Bar was in my mid-30s, like 35. If I was to go, some of us don't see the curve because we're stuck in a mix of what we think we're supposed to be and how it's supposed to be. It's like, all right, I don't know if I could count on a forever bag from this music business for being with everything you said, because you get all of that, but then if you ain't lit, you don't get none of that.
Yo, what's the deal, fam? Just played a video of Styles P, the ghost himself, speaking about this pivoting. And if we listen closely or pay attention, ever so often individuals will show us a roadmap or provide insight on just how important that is. He says straight up that in his profession, he's not really doing arenas anymore. And that's okay from his perspective. That's what he's stating. He's okay with that because he fully understands and also embraced the idea that he can't eat off rap forever. When I say eat or live, I mean in a sense, I know it's all relative, but from his estimation, what works for him and his family and what he's seeking, he needs alternatives. Granted, I know my audience, but you always got to give some backstory of what we're talking about, right? Styles P, of the legendary group The LOX from Yonkers, New York, came in the scene in the 90s. Time he came in, bars mattered, credibility mattered, and the grind was evident, you know, mixtapes, albums, labels, ups and downs. He's seen it all. So he's the perfect individual to speak on these type of things. But here's the thing, his career is not exclusive to those ideas or that realm. And if we're not careful, it'll keep you locked into a single identity if you elect to be one of those individuals that just focus on one thing. Almost 3 decades into his career, he could be an individual still chasing like the spotlight or trying to recreate the same energy that he once had when they were creating hits, or he was at a major label or on worldwide tours, but he's not. He's made the pivot and he made it look smooth. And it's something that anyone, no matter the walk of life, could apply to their own lives. He's still active in music. He didn't announce a retirement or anything, but he's adjusting and he's realizing what's important. And he's putting his skill set towards different ideas, not limiting himself. He's putting his skill set towards many different ideas and passions. I respect that. One of the great things that I respect about Styles, being a fan all these years and watching his maturation process, is the fact that he gravitates towards ownership as opposed to fame. Ownership over fame. When he first launched Juices for Life, it's been quite some time now, my goodness. Remember he was on Angie Martinez and stuff like that when she was on Hot 97 speaking about these things. I thought it was random, but as time went on, you can tell that he didn't just jump into the situation. Listening to his stories, his man owned the juice bar. He would frequent that establishment, hang out. He liked the vibe. He liked what it added to his life. So he decided to get into the game. Took wellness, health, hope, branded it, and added value to his community, our community. How could anyone not respect that, man? Then he didn't just stop there with Juices for Life, had many different brick and mortars, but now he got Pharmacy for Life, selling holistic products, which would include stuff like what? Sea moss or black seed oil or oil of oregano or many other products. And then he took it a step further, Strains for Life, which the legal marijuana space or cannabis. He's taking his passions, things that he loved, doing the research and adding to his portfolio. And now he's creating businesses while also giving back to the community. Every time he speaks, you feel as though he is a teaching and learning moment. You don't feel as though he's trying to take away from you. He's adding value, what makes you want to frequent or support his businesses. And another thing I love about it is that when we speak about businesses or stocks or what have you, we always talk about diversification in the sense of having many different things going on and not putting all your eggs in one basket, things of that nature. But that's not the focal point when it comes to Styles. It's the fact that he's evolving and continuing to evolve. Evolution. And that's the big difference. That's a huge component. It's not about rap, not about hip hop. These are life lessons. Anyone can learn from him. Now, why is this important? At least for me, as I got older and I've continued to grow with some of my favorite artists as they evolve as individuals, you realize that people can become addicted to the individual that you once were, or the version of themselves that once worked. But Styles and many other people who continue to evolve realize that who we are or what works sometimes has a shelf life, but purpose doesn't. So your job or occupation can have a shelf life in the sense of how much you can expand or how long it works for you or how long it will be around, but your purpose will always be ever evolving. It will always be active. It will always be dynamic and not static, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of this stuff comes through planning, you know what I'm saying? Like when the world stopped clapping, your next chapter has to be ready to go. You can't begin to start something new once everyone has decided to step away from the thing that they love that you once indulged in. Styles, planning, Juices for Life. Oh, that's working. Let's move on to Pharmacy for Life. Let's not wait for Juices for Life to fail and then go to the next thing. No, he's slowly building his portfolio, diversifying, but evolving as we speak in real time. And once again, this is not exclusive to music. This is something we can all learn. So once again, salute to Styles, man. I love the fact that he shares information, but it also comes from a place of humility. You know, he never feels as though he's speaking down to individuals, but yet he has confidence, you know. He never tried or he never chases trends. He built or continuing to build a lifestyle that matches his values. That's huge right there. And that's the part that many of us miss, including myself sometimes. You gotta build things that match your values while also continuing to evolve. And that's what it's all about, man. Hip hop, our favorite artists are getting older, and if you're still into the music, you've grown with them. And although you may not have been a rapper or a writer or a producer or an engineer, the things that they're showing via good and positive business acumen or career goals or pivoting is something we can all apply to our lives, man. So longevity isn't about staying hot. It's about like being aligned with your goals, your purpose, and your aspirations, man. So salute to David Styles, Styles P, the Ghost, the Phantom. We appreciate what you're doing out here. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Once again, I appreciate you all. Remember, you can achieve anything in this world through sheer hard work and patience. God is the greatest. It's your man, Ease the Ease Experience. Go get your share.
Hey, yo, E!